question also is, where's this taking us? You know, we're talking about, as the gentleman mentioned, $1.1 trillion. And the American people and the folks in my district are saying this: $1.1 trillion, what's this all adding up to? You know, right now, this country's $10.6 trillion in debt. By the end of this fiscal year, this country is going to be $12.7 trillion in debt. 12.7. You know, and it hasn't been very long ago when you start looking at these figures that in 1979, you know, the national debt of this country was only $829 million dollars. We went to $1 billion at $2.8 billion in 1989, and it started going up. But when you start looking at the totals here, the thing that really concerns me is that not only are we building this debt up, but we've got a $1.75 trillion deficit. And then the real question is, who's buying this debt? Who's buying this debt? You know, right now we have a $3 trillion debt that we owe to foreign countries and governments. $727 billion is what we owe the Chinese right now. They're our largest debt holders. And that's not counting what they own in Fannie and Freddie, which takes them over $1 trillion of our debt. You know, it's what's happening in this country. We're going to not only have problems in this country trying to pay this back, but we also have a problem in this country that we have a situation where we're trying to say, in our foreign policy, who's going to start dictating it? Us or our debt holders?
Yeah,
and that scares the living daylights
reclaim my
out of me.
time. You know, when you start talking about debt, you know, the public, they understand one thing. You got a bunch of executives that have run a company into the ground, and then they're picking up $165 million in bonuses for doing it, and out of the pockets of the U.S. taxpayer. The one thing is if you think people are mad now, if $165 million bothers them, when they start looking at the billions and trillions that are being wasted with no transparency at all, they're really going to be getting mad. We're also joined, I see, by my friend Congressman Scalise from Louisiana. Did you want to? I yield if you.
Well, thank you. And as we complete the thought that we've been talking